My friends, I would like to tell you that the end times are real. You see, the plan of the enemy is to allow all these false predictions to go out so that people become completely even more arrogant in their ways and say, you see, nothing happened. You see, it's very, very simple. See, and that's why you cannot follow man. You have to follow the Spirit of God. See, everywhere you go, you see all kinds of floods happening. You see tsunamis. You see earthquakes. You see all kinds of strange things happening all around the world, and especially here in the United States. Excuse me. You see it all over. Yet people are still consumed by their job, by their money, by their whole materialistic paradigm that they've been living in. You see, the consumer paradigm, where if I buy this, then I'm gonna get this because those are my rights. See? So if you buy May 21st, then it's my rights to go out and do this and do that and then sue the guy if he doesn't. You see, this is the mentality. You see. But my friends, in all these things that are going on, there's one very small voice, and that is the voice of the Spirit of God. And that is the voice that needs to be leading you and me. You see, in these times. Now, the thing with these times is they're designed to completely dissolve and destroy this voice from you by your choices. You see? Because the flood of deception is so great. In your own strength, you will not make it. That is why your relationship with the Spirit of God is very, very important. It's the most important thing in your life. But for most people, it's like the thing that they've neglected the most. You see? It's the thing that they don't know. They've never heard from the Spirit of God. They've never followed Him. They've never chosen to live their life after Him. You see? But they call themselves Christians. You see? That's why they are following all these false prophecies that are out there. You see? You have to be led by the Spirit of God. You have the other group of people that claim to be Bible believers. You see? And they claim that everything is proven by this and that. And it's not. You don't prove something that is unseen with something that is seen. Unless that seen thing is promoted by the unseen thing that is true. You see? So what do I mean? I mean that you prove spiritual things by spiritual means. See? So if something manifests in the flesh from the Spirit, then the only way you can know it's from the Spirit of God is by you yourself being in tune with the Spirit of God. You see? Otherwise you will say that was a demon that did that, Beelzebub, like they told Jesus Christ and His disciples. You see? So you have to know the Spirit of God to navigate through these times. You see, to receive from Him, to hear His voice. You see, and most people they don't hear nothing. They just hear the voice of all these other things, other people. You see, and so more and more of these voices are they've been there, It's just that they decided to magnify one, in order to fulfill the agenda of the spirits that are running the world, which is to create an animosity toward God and a rebellion toward God. So this guy is just another guy who's being used. This Harold Camping guy, he's being used to promote this so that people get disillusioned. And they actually not disillusioned is maybe the wrong word. To create more of a rebellion against God, more arrogance. Oh, you see, this never happened. See, like I said in the beginning, that's how people say, oh, you see, where is God? See these lunatic Christians? See these people? See what they say? See what they do? See, look what happened to so and so who followed him. You know, look what they did to each other. See? Oh, all this fear mongering, this and that. And it is fear mongering. You know? Unfortunately, there is a voice that needs to be heard. That is the voice that tells you to fear God. And to follow Him. You see, not follow human beings. People will say, well, you are speaking, people are going to follow you. No. I'm not here to promote myself. See, I'm here to promote the Spirit of God, who promotes Jesus Christ, who promoted the Father. And we're all one. You see? And that's the thing, my friends. A true voice will lead you to a spiritual life, into building a relationship with the Spirit of God. Not into building a relationship with other things, radio shows, and buying books, and giving credit card information, and giving information to other people about you so that they can market to you. No. None of this stuff. You see, this is just a mockery of true following of Jesus Christ. You see, many of these May 21st men, Harold Camping, they sold their possessions and they went to go and see. So the problem is that this counterfeits, you know, the what happened in the time of the disciples and what happens in true following of Jesus Christ, that you do sell your things, but as led by the Spirit of God. You see, not led by a human voice or not led by your own mind. You see, that's the difference. And truly submitting yourself to the Spirit of God. See, now these people sold their things, they sold them for nothing. You see? They followed wrong voice. Just like everybody else. People say, well, you see, they're following, or, you know, this guy and whatever, but hey, everybody's following something. You know? Everybody's following something. I mean, you just have to pick one. I mean, there's thousands of voices out there. You know, that if you're honest with yourself and if you think about your influences, you will understand what I'm talking about. See that this is what told me to do this, and that's what influenced me to do that. See, they make it seem like, oh well, you know, I don't hear voices, and he does. My friends, be honest with yourself. Whether it is the voice of Kant or the voice of Socrates or the voice of, you know, whoever, Glenn Beck, whichever one it is, you know, the voice of some religious person somewhere, some guru, some super guru that's out there giving you all these predictions. How many? This is just a symptom of the world. I mean, this guy is just copying the world, and the world has so many false predictions out there. You see? How many people have said so many different things? We can go down the list. You see? So many. So many people have given wrong information. In fact, many of these men's critics are giving you false information. You trust Yahoo News. You know, you trust CNN. You trust... How many of these voices told you all kinds of lies when time came for... I mean, how many of these people are just entertaining you? You see, until you face a calamity. See, they make all these things. I mean, people listen to. Someone's telling me they were listening to the news. I said, which one? They said CNN. I said, are you for the war in such a country? I mean, I'm just asking this man, and he's like, no, I'm not. Then why are you listening to the same guys who've never told you that they told you lies? You see? You're still listening to them. And then you can go down the list of the lies that they told you, and you can write encyclopedia collections that will never end. See, but it's something nice to watch, right? It's fun. It's entertainment. Somebody's doing something somewhere, right? That's why I'm listening. Hey, you know, I trust in the Weather Channel. You know, I trust in this. And then unfortunately, the people who died in Mississippi, they couldn't trust in the Weather Channel. You see? This is what I'm trying to say, my friends, is that you've got to be honest with yourself. You've got to be real. You know, not these other things, this flimsy stuff. You have to cut through all the stuff that's inside you. And be honest with yourself. You see? Because the times we're living in, there are calamities coming. People are not ready. They think they're ready. Because they're trusting in all these other things that people are telling them. The only way you can know you're ready is if the Spirit of God tells you you're ready. Spirit of God convicts you, you know, of all the things He needs to do. Sin, righteousness, and judgment. See? And that's the only way you can know anything. See? Now, are we living in these kind of times? Yes, of course. And it's getting worse and worse. And people are getting more and more deluded. See? Trying to keep you know, waltzing around in things that are going to eviscerate. See, and then there are many people who are just telling them what they want to hear. Making a quick buck. And they themselves, they don't know. See? So, my friends, that's the thing. You know, we need to get to know Jesus Christ. And this is only done when you're led by the Spirit. Because He reminds you of what Jesus said and is saying today. You see? It's going to tell you about you. Things you want to hear and things you don't want to hear. See? Now the thing with it is to get close to the Spirit of God in these times is very difficult because the flesh is in the way so much. All the desires of the flesh, because they are at an all-time high. See, that's what the world is promoting, is to be strong in the flesh. Not realizing that the flesh is completely weak. It just depends on the consequence. You see? But yet they are promoting the flesh. And Christians are following. You know, they're biting the bait and being reeled in to and fro, left, right, and center. One deception to another, and then putting Christian labels on it. And verses and all these things. And coming up with all these predictions by using worldly methods. Never knowing the creator of the world, who they claim to know. You see? So these are the things, you know, my friends. Don't let these false people fool you into thinking that everything is okay. Look, what he said didn't come to pass. Everything is okay. No. This is by design. See? And this is what they always do. To deceive more and more people. Oh, wow, you see? Hey, I can keep doing this and I can keep doing that. And you see another and then somebody else is going to come and again he's going to be exposed. You see what I'm saying? And then it's going to be even, oh yeah, you see, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Then boom. When everybody's saying it's never going to happen, that's when it happens. You see? When nobody came up with dates and times. See? So this is the thing, my friends. Don't be fooled by all this stuff that's out there. You don't need anything. You don't need all these other things. You don't even need to listen to me. You don't need anything. You don't need the internet. What you need, my friends, is you need the Spirit of God. That's what you need. And you need to understand what He wants you to do. That's when you will be fulfilled in what you're doing. You see? When you're being obedient to the Spirit of God. You start off by being obedient. I mean, that's what you're always going to be, but to the commandments of Jesus. And then He's going to reveal Himself to you. And then He's going to lead you into where He wants you to go. My friends, the end times are real. And there are things coming. Let's go to Jesus Christ.